So this year, I thought, why not get into shipbuilding instead of getting an icon pass? I just find shipbuilding so relaxing. Definitely don't regret not getting an icon pass. Shipbuilding's way better.
Hi, this is Doug Schnitzbahn, the editor-in-chief of Outdoor Retailer magazine and the Daily when we have that at Outdoor Retailer. Every month we are doing something called the Weekly Chat, which started when this pandemic started, when we interview a prominent person in the outdoor industry and then in the magazine, and then we sit down and have a chat with them. For Outdoor Retailer Winter Online, we're going to be doing this virtually through videos. And today I have the great pleasure to introduce to you Jenn Dice, who is the president of PeopleForBikes. And Jenn has worked in the bike advocacy sphere for a long time, having worked at IMBA and Bikes Belong, and now PeopleForBikes as well. We had a fantastic conversation a few weeks ago that was included in Outdoor Retailer magazine in January, in which we talked about both the bike boom and advocacy for infrastructure for bikes, as well as current numbers and seeing if that boom is going to continue. So now, without any further ado, I'd like to introduce Jenn to you guys, and she will get deep into the numbers and passion behind bikes.
Hello, my name is Jenn Dice. I'm the president of PeopleForBikes, and on behalf of our talented team, I'd like to thank Outdoor Retailer and SIA for inviting us to speak today to talk about keeping the bike boom going and keeping all this momentum for cycling that we see. You know, the devastating effects of COVID-19 are not lost on any of us. But one thing is clear, we have an unexpected tailwind of more people riding and more people buying bikes. And we truly believe in the power of bikes to heal communities and to be a solution for many of the problems our cities face. Bikes are a mobility solution, they're an equity solution, they're health and wellness, and they're a climate change solution and more. And so in this time of darkness and devastation and awful news, at PeopleForBikes, we see our role as providing light and showing people all the joy and fun they can have on a bicycle. Our mission is to put more people on bikes more often and to make every bike ride better for everyone. For those of you who aren't familiar with PeopleForBikes, we're largely headquartered in, our home offices right now, like many of you. Most of us are in Colorado. We have a team in Washington, D.C. and in Bentonville, Arkansas. We have a charitable foundation with 1.4 million grassroots supporters united for more and better bicycling. And at PeopleForBikes, we also lead our industry's trade association. And on our trade association, similar to OIA and SIA, our trade association, we have almost 300 suppliers, and we represent the bike industry in Washington, D.C. and at the state and local level. We also have a staff of about 33, largely headquartered in Colorado. In the next few minutes, I'll cover what we've learned in the last 11 months, the tremendous opportunities we see for electric bicycles, and what we're doing to keep people riding bikes. We want to make sure bikes are an essential and prominent part of all aspects of COVID-19 recovery and beyond. So at the beginning of stay-at-home orders in the middle of March, our team jumped into action, and we made sure that bicycling and bike shops were an essential business and that we're allowed to continue. And we knew that our industry needed data and rapid data at that. And we released our Business Intelligence Hub, or our data dashboard. Our members-only Business Intelligence Hub provides week-over-week insights on participation, on retail sales, both online and brick and mortar, and on consumer insights from our enthusiast group of cyclists and also from the general population. We did a study this summer and this fall that 10% of American adults rode a bike for the first time in 12 months or for the first time ever. We also learned that 12% of the U.S. population bought a bike during COVID, and 29% intend to purchase a bike in the next 12 months. To unpack that 10% a little bit more, the fall study that also told us that 10% of American adults rode a bike for the first time, or the first time in 12 months, we learned that 4% were brand new from whole cloth, and 6% might have picked another bicycling activity. So for example, you might have been an indoor riding on your trainer, and you might be outside commuting. You might have been a mountain biker and decided to take bikes for short trips to run errands. So they jumped to parallel cycling activities. We also learned that our overall bike market is grown by 57%. We've seen truly unprecedented growth. We've seen that a lot of these new riders are more diverse. More Latinx, more Black, more Asian riders. We also know that new riders are more likely to have kids at home under the age of 18. In the unprecedented growth that we've had, we sold more bikes in the first 3 quarters of this year than we sold in all of last year. We've had 3 $1 billion months, again, unprecedented for the bike industry. April, May, and June were all over $1 billion in bike market sales. And interestingly, this fall, when usually riders, it's colder, there's daylight savings time, some states went back to a few more indoor activities. Normally fall tampers down, but in October, it was the highest percentage growth year over year. Same thing with November. November was our second highest month in terms of the percentage of growth. Encouragingly, we also learned that 87% of new riders said that they're likely to continue riding. They've had 10 months to form new habits. They're loving their bikes, they're buying more accessories, they're riding even more. And even better, with all of these new riders, they're likely to invite a friend or a family member to ride with them. They've been out there evangelical about how much fun they're having on a bike, and they've invited other people to join. We've also seen this in our counters. In the fall, normally, again, when we see the numbers dip back down with cold weather and darker months, our Echo counter, our Rails to Trails counter, even our Ride Spot counter, all have shown anywhere from 10 to 15% growth in these fall months towards the end of the year. What we're learning about consumer insights is that 62% of riders that are planning to buy a bike are likely to make their purchase from specialty retailers. That's about 8% up over recent purchases. And also, especially for retailers that have a strong online game. We've also learned that the trend, of course, as you know, is shifting more towards online, from in-store to online purchases. Overall, the market is trending more to be online. Interestingly, though, new riders, although they might have purchased online, are more likely to go to specialty retail to seek advice from knowledgeable sales staff. The second thing we wanted to highlight today is the tremendous opportunity for electric bikes. We joke at PFB that we're all e-bikes all the time, and that many of us, if you haven't tried an e-bike, we encourage you to go demo one. We call it the e-bike smile when you get done because they are just so much dang fun. E-bikes are up year to date 147%. They've outpaced the regular bike market, which is also up a robust, for just bicycles, is a robust 67%. We believe a lot of the work that we're doing legislatively is to give e-bike riders the same rights and privileges of regular riders. And we've organized electric bikes into a 3-class system, Class 1, Class 2, and Class 3. And we've been going state by state and changing legislation so that you have model classes and you don't treat an electric bicycle like you treat a motorized scooter, moped, or motorcycle. So we're up to 28 states that have passed this model e-bike legislation. We'll tackle about another 10 this year. And we're seeing just tremendous growth in those states that we passed that legislation. We also see a lot of opportunity in purchase incentives. We can look to our European counterparts to see how they've really incentivized electric bicycle purchase through employers, through government incentives, and as an equity solution for mobility equity. We can see some creative financing options, some partnerships with utility groups and healthcare companies, but we'll be doing a lot of work in the purchase incentive space this year legislatively at the federal, state, and local level. And finally, we're seeing a lot of opportunity with electric mountain bikes, both at state parks, more and more state parks interested in allowing Class 1 EMTBs to be on their trails, and also with federal public land partners. And the third point that we want to talk about today is what we're doing to keep the momentum going and to try to keep people riding. First, we're really proud that our legislative and legal team has saved the bike industry almost $140 million in Section 301 tariffs. That's saving consumers money, saving the bike industry money, and fighting tariffs on every front. Second, we have really upped our game on asking federal, state, and local governments for more bike infrastructure. Think about why you don't ride a bike right now, and chances are you don't have a safe, accessible place to ride from where you live to where you want to go. And we know to meet the demand of all these new cyclists, we need to build a lot of new and better bike infrastructure. We need connected bike networks. So we've asked Congress to increase funding, to increase connectivity, and to make sure we reach all neighborhoods and communities and really offer mobility solutions. Third, we're positioning the bicycle more as a climate change solution. It's one small but very important part of our overall climate change solutions at the federal level and with cities. There's no quicker way to reduce your carbon footprint than taking a bike for some short trips. And we see a lot of opportunity as climate policy will reach, hopefully, increased attention in the next few years. At the state level, again, back on infrastructure, we need to protect state transportation budgets, protect the portion of those budgets that offer complete mobility solutions, and help cities and counties and states build more connected bike networks. Nothing is more important in rebuilding back our nation and rebuilding back better than making sure we're investing in great bike infrastructure and complete bike networks. Third, at the local level, again, back to making sure that you have a place to ride from where you live to where you want to go. Our Places for Bikes program works with cities to help them rate their connectivity, their safety, their ridership, their equity reach, and more. We'll rate about 600 cities this year and how they can specifically improve their cycling with the mantra, what gets measured gets done. And we've also paired this with Advocacy Academy masterclass type videos. We released 18 videos. We'll release about another 10 this year. And no matter who you are, if you're an advocate, if you're a retailer, if you're an elected official, you can take our masterclass Advocacy Academy and learn how to build a better, safer, more connected bike network in your community. We're really proud of this new series that just launched a few weeks ago. At the local level, we work with 6 cities in an accelerated fashion to rapidly improve the percentage of people riding bikes in their communities. Austin, Pittsburgh, Providence, New Orleans, Denver, and others. And to give you a quick example, Austin passed a massive ballot measure this fall. I think it's about $420 million to put in connected bike networks and really integrate with our transit system there. Austin's poised to be a European-level cycling community in just a few years and really change the hearts and minds of their residents to choose bikes over cars in that community. Next, what we're doing to keep people riding, thinking about consumers. We want to show all these new entrants into the sport a great place to ride their bike. We want to keep them going, and we know that there's some very real barriers to cycling out there. Where to ride, who to ride with. We have a pretty complex product, and we've been studying how to demystify it. We spent about 2 years really identifying what holds people back from cycling and created a new industry program called RideSpot. It's a platform that's free for the industry and for really any advocates, specialty retail owners, local bike shops, you name it. But the platform is all designed to help keep people riding by reducing barriers and showing people great rides. We've based it off of our peers in the outdoor industry. We've modeled it after the Go RVing campaign and Take Me Fishing campaigns, and really tried to bring the bike industry to a technology platform and tools to help keep telling the story about more, better, and great rides. We have a quick video to show you RideSpot.
Hey, I'm Toby from the RideSpot team, and I work with retailers and advocates all over the country to help you find success using RideSpot. RideSpot was designed by PeopleForBikes and bicycle retailers to reduce the barriers to riding and build community around local retailers. In this video, we'll be giving you an overview of all of our RideSpot features. RideSpot is part route sharing community, part social network, and a whole new way for you to connect with your customers. RideSpot makes it simple to create and post routes, host events, and offer unique experiences for your riders. Our amazing route builder is designed to quickly and accurately create a route and customize your turn-by-turn directions. In RideSpot, users can sign up as individuals or affiliates, An affiliate is any organization that wants to connect with riders and grow their active community, including retailers, advocacy groups, bike clubs, or any local business. We know our affiliates are the best resource for local routes, so we call your routes classic routes, and we promote them above the routes from local riders. On our Discover page, riders can easily find the routes they're looking for and learn more about your business in the process. Your affiliate profile page is a one-stop shop where all of your routes, events, and activities live. Riders can easily follow you on RideSpot and see your upcoming events and new routes. Use the affiliate dashboard to see how your routes and events are performing on the platform. Now more than ever, hosting events is an important part of building community around your shop. So we've built a tool that streamlines the planning process, saving time for you and your riders. Riders can see the route, read the event description, and even join the event all within the app. Once you've created some classic routes and some events in the system, you can easily export ride cards to hand out in the store. Ride cards feature basic route details, turn-by-turn directions, and a QR code. Our in-app scanner makes it a snap to load the route on a phone and immediately start navigating. Visit the RideSpot affiliate shop to order ride cards and in-store display materials. Mix and match the displays to create your very own RideSpot in your store. All of these features are part of any basic RideSpot affiliate account, which is completely free. Any affiliates who support PeopleForBikes by becoming a member will also have access to additional features designed to maximize customer engagement, including challenges and rider rewards. RideSpot's unique route-specific challenges allow you to incentivize customers to ride a route and visit the store for an award when they complete it. Our Rider Rewards feature encourages riders to get on their bikes more often. PeopleForBikes RideSpot is designed to get more people riding more often, a goal that can benefit millions of people, including you. So please join RideSpot today.
In the bike industry, we do a great job of selling bikes to enthusiasts. But once that bike goes out the door, we don't know what happens. Does it get a flat tire, a broken derailleur? Did a family go out and they couldn't get their family across an intersection? Or maybe you got in over your head on a mountain bike ride? We have designed RideSpot to reduce those barriers to bicycling, targeting beginners, intermediates, infrequent, or insecure riders to really meet them where they are, show them all the joys that they can have on a bike, and keep them riding. It's all about the experience. We want to show all the fun and the adventure and the freedom and the excitement you can have on a bicycle by meeting people where they are for their bike, for their goals, and for their skill level, and showing people through small group rides or big group rides when we're allowed to, the fun, the adventure. Again, our consumer target is intermediate, beginner, infrequent, or insecure riders. And we know we have to help reduce barriers to cycling. So if you sell a transit and fitness bike, let's show you some great rides locally. You sell a gravel bike, let's give you the next 3 gravel rides that you should do. RideSpot has built in kiosks so that you can hand someone a paper card with on the back turn-by-turn instructions, but more likely you'll scan the QR code on the front with your phone and you can immediately navigate to the ride. You hit start ride and can be navigated to a great route for you, for your bike and for your skill level. We've also put in digital kiosks in a lot of stores. We're working with Walmart, REI. That kiosk on the slide is from Facebook. We really see the tremendous opportunity of reducing barriers to cycling and showing people specifically where to ride. We've got about 1,000 retailers on the platform. It's free. We welcome any specialty retailers to join, advocacy, tourism, events, groups, and more. RideSpot gives you turn-by-turn navigation because, again, the number one barrier to ride is not knowing a place close to home that's safe and fun. So there's audio-visual turn-by-turn instructions. You can throw them in your back pocket. You can throw them on or mount it on your handlebars, and it will navigate you to a fun and safe ride. RideSpot also has a lot of pictures. It's like Instagram meets Google Maps. So you can put pictures in of the terrain, of the trailhead, maybe a place that you're going to stop and get a snack or a potty break for the kids or water. We know that we can reduce barriers to cycling by showing people the picture of the ride, a little bit of the narrative of the ride, and all the fun that you can have along the way. We want to make sure that RideSpot reaches all neighborhoods and that bicycling reaches all neighborhoods. And so RideSpot's designed in mind Also, to incentivize riding. So, for example, we have a loyalty rewards program built into the platform. So you can showcase your brand, you can showcase a local bike shop or advocacy group, and reward people for more miles, for more riding more often, and for riding a specific route. You go out and do the route, you get an automatic text that says, "Congratulations, Jen, you just finished, the 5-mile challenge. Come back in for 10% off, or come back in for a coffee or a discount." We're rewarding frequency, we're rewarding routes, and rewarding mileage. Also, try to continue to reduce barriers to cycling. We have a lot of tips and tricks to make bicycling more friendly and more user-friendly. How to fix a flat, how to lube your chain, how to do hand signals, how to do some of your basic mountain bike skill levels. We know that we need to meet people where they are and help them keep riding and keep the conversation going. We also have a really robust brand new ambassador program. We see the tremendous opportunity in small group rides and key influencers, and showcasing diverse rides by all definitions. How to get to work, how to get to the town square, how to work your way up to your first 10 or 20 miles. There's so much power in community and showing people where to ride with people that meet you where you are, understand your needs, and help you accomplish your goals one-on-one. Finally, thank you again to Outdoor Retailer and SIA for inviting us to talk about what we've seen in the last 11 months, the tremendous opportunities for e-bikes, and what we're doing to keep the highest percentage possible of new and returning riders on their bikes now and in the future. We believe in the power of the bike, and we want to make sure it's an essential and a prominent part of all aspects of COVID-19 recovery so that we can emerge better than before. Thanks for the opportunity. Stay safe, stay strong, and keep riding.
Dad decided not to get an Icon Pass this year. Instead, we're making home movies in the garage.
Cut!
But every movie he makes is about skiing. Why didn't you just get the Icon Pass?
Why do you keep bringing that up?
To be honest, I'm a little worried about him.